Hi, it's Monica from lifewithmonica.com. I'm sure you've noticed, if you've seen any of my other videos, that my site name has changed. So take this as a good tip if you are just starting out or about to start building your own brand or a project or something, anything that requires you to create a website and have a domain name. If you take a long break, keep paying for those subscriptions because you never know when you're going to jump back in. Don't let them expire. So that is why I have a new name, but that's okay because I really like this one too. So anyway, oh my gosh. Anyway, you will still find videos on my channel with the new name about teaching online, mom life, and growing your brand so you can walk away from your 9-to-5. So all the rest is still the same. So today I want to talk to you about changing direction and going over some teacher business ideas that I have come across over the last couple of years. A little bit of background for me. I always wanted to be a teacher, but my degree that I ended up getting was in psychology and child and adolescent development. So when the time came where I decided to switch careers to become a teacher, I didn't have a teaching degree. So I put myself through an accelerated program to get my teaching license. This took about 8 months, but unfortunately, at that time, the school district where I was going to apply took a turn for the worse. And things started happening to our teachers that made me make the tough decision to completely abandon that idea. I had a good career going anyway, so this was going to be a huge career change for me, and it just wasn't worth it. I was devastated. I didn't see that coming at all. I mean, I started thinking that my teaching dreams were completely over. And then I found VIPKid. Now, this is a company, if you don't know, where people like me who don't have a teaching degree can still teach children in China English online. I admit when I first heard about it, I was really skeptical. I actually spent a ton of time researching to see what the catch was. I ended up finding out that I had a couple of friends that were already doing this, which answered those questions for me. And within about 2 to 3 months of starting my research, I attended an in-person conference to get more information and then applied with the company. And to my surprise, within a month from that, I was teaching. I started working with VIPKid in November of 2019. And in March of 2000, I started working with another company, Mpow, which is another company in China that allows people without a degree at all to teach children English. The only thing that I can think of now as a negative for either of those companies is the pay, especially when you work full-time and you can only do a certain number of classes a month. You don't really make a whole lot of money, but it was still a great experience and it got my feet wet with teaching. Then shortly after COVID hit, in June of 2020, I found out about OutSchool. Now, I had already had my daughter taking a couple of classes throughout school, but I didn't even think about researching what it took to teach with them. So I think I saw a couple of posts of teachers starting with OutSchool, and so once again, I did a lot of research to see what it took to teach with them. So I applied and very luckily got hired right away. By August of 2020, I decided to stop teaching with Mpow because it was just too much. I was working full-time and working with 3 online companies. I was picking up more and more students with OutSchool, so the pay was way higher than VIPKid and Mpow. So I let Mpow go. And I'm currently starting to teach less and less with VIPKid for the same reasons. And those are actually the only reasons, because I am extremely grateful to both Powfish and VIPKid for helping me get my foot in the door with teaching kids online. I mean, that's huge, especially from somebody that has no teaching experience. From that, I learned how to teach in an online platform. I made connections, which led to learning about building my brand, created a website and a YouTube channel, and I've been able to help other teachers start working. So I just wanted to share what got me here in case you're trying to reach your potential of teaching online. Maybe this will help you take your first step. Just make sure you're focusing on your priorities. Make sure one of your priorities is time with your family. Because if you do decide to work with any of those companies that are out of the country or out of a different country, you really need to consider what hours you're going to be teaching. With VIPKid and Powfish, I was teaching at anywhere from 2:30 in the morning to 5:30 in the morning. Yeah, it's hard. Just remember to allow yourself to be happy. You need to love where you're at so you can get to where you're going. So keep these 4 things in mind as you work to a happier you. Get the training. That is first. Invest in yourself, truly. Find someone who is where you want to be and learn from them. If they took a course, try to find the same course or something similar. If they offer a course, find out about taking that course. I mean, you have someone that's already done it and you don't need to recreate the wheel. Number 2, schedule family time, including date nights, or even develop a morning routine. Think about what you do that gets you into your happy place. For me, it's meditation and Bible reading. And let me tell you, if I go a day without either of those, I feel it. 3, get in the field of where you want to be. What is your action plan? What steps do you need to take to get to your end goal? Write it out. Number 4, and don't forget to reflect as you go. Once you start on your path, take the time a few months down the road and ask yourself if you need to make any changes or make any tweaks to your schedule or what you're doing. Are you happy doing what you're doing? If you hesitate or the answer is straight no, make that change then. You're not going down this new path just to find out a year or 2 later that you're still unhappy. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you got some good ideas from these tips, and I love to hear what your next step is. I appreciate you so much. Please like and subscribe so I can keep making content that is helpful for you.